So many students are afraid to apply to study in the US. Either they just don't know how to get started and go about the process, or they are simply afraid of the high application fees and tuition fees that come with it. To help you, I will share my workflow for applying to US schools, and I'll equally share how I navigate the application fees and different funding opportunities that are available to international students. I will share this in 3 different stages. Each video will be dedicated to a particular phase. The first phase would be the research phase. The next phase will be the application phase. And finally, I'll talk about the funding phase. This particular video will be focused on the research phase. In the research phase, you want to understand what are the list of schools you want to apply to and what are their requirements. To make this practical for you, I will show you a research document which I made to help me track my applications and to help me organize or stay organized during the application process. So this is an example of a research document that I made when applying to grad school for the computer science program. I identified a list of 50 schools, about 50 schools that offer the program, and gathered some of their requirements, whether they require me to upload the GRE scores, which is a standardized exam, or the TOEFL, and whether I already applied to the school or started the application, or whether I'm too late to apply. And about being too late, you want to note that if you're looking to apply or attend school by next fall, like fall is like September next year, then this is the time for you to apply, because applications usually open around from September to like December. So if you're looking to apply, this is the right time to apply, and you have to do that as quickly as possible. And yeah, and then so you have like things like deadlines, so you make sure that you don't miss out on any deadlines. And then you have like the start terms. So some of these schools have multiple start terms. What that means is that you might be able to start, if you're not able to start school in like September, which is the fall, you can start maybe in the winter, which is January, or the spring, which is March, and sometimes the summer, which is around June. So yeah, this is just an example of a research document, and you can feel free to add other columns, whether, for example, whether the program that you want to study is actually offered by the school or not, and whether that program also has, whether that program is accredited, because some programs might not be accredited in certain schools, so you want to make sure your program is accredited. So yeah, this is just an example of a research document. So now that you've done your research and identified the list of schools you want to apply to, the next thing you want to do is to identify 2 or 3 professors from your previous school cycle to write recommendation letters for you. So if you are an undergraduate applying to grad school, then you want to find 2 or 3 professors from your undergraduate program. And if you are someone from high school applying to an undergraduate program, you want to find 2 or 3 professors from your high school. The reason why it's very important for you to reach out to these professors early on at this time in the research phase is because getting these recommendation letters from your professors take a lot of time. Your professors are very, very busy, and so it might take a few pings to even get them to reply to you, and it would take them even longer to write these recommendation letters for you, especially if they have to write these recommendation letters for several schools. So it's super important that you have this list of schools ready through your research document, and that you ping them only once, or at least you ping them with all of the schools identified at once. That way you do not waste time doing back and forth communications with them. So it is very important you reach out to them as quickly as possible. And also, you do not want to be surprised at the last minute, knowing that one of the professors you initially identified has not responded to you, and now you need to switch to a different professor. So this is the reason why this is the right stage to start emailing your professors. So in this video, you've learned about staying organized with your research document and also obtaining your recommendation letters as quickly and as early as possible. In the next video, I will talk about the application process, where I will show you some of the things that are involved in submitting your applications, some of the tips that you can use to submit your applications efficiently, and how you can navigate the application fees. So stay tuned for the next video, and I will see you next time.